All right, let's say that it's 6 p.m. on a Monday. You haven't gotten anything done. You're still hungover from the Saturday night you just had out. You spent way too much money. You lost the stock trade that you thought you put in. And now the day seems absolutely over. You don't know what to do. And you're just down bad. All right, you've had a bad day. There's always a way to still win the day. And that needs to be your mindset any single time you have a bad moment or a bad slip up and go into a downward spiral. Is that you need to know that you can come always out of that downward spiral with an upward spiral. You just need to establish the 24-hour comeback rule. That's what I like to call it. And it's that like you have 24 hours to really F things up. Okay. Those things I just said. You ate too much bad food, you feel like shit, you've been drinking too much, you've been indulging in bad things, you just made a really stupid sports bet, you just lost a trade in the markets, you just made a bad business decision, you had a terrible day, you didn't get anything done at work. You can always still end up the day on top with momentum going. You should never think that the day's just over, it's 2 p.m. I'm not going to get anything done today. I'm just going to mail it in, go home, skip the gym, watch Netflix, not think about what I need to do tomorrow, not make any more plans. I'm just going to say, F it, whatever. Like, that should never be something that happens to you if you establish this 24-hour comeback rule mindset in your life all the time. Like I mentioned earlier, the downward spirals and upward spirals in your life, they can really just start to compound in either direction. You can either start stacking good days up and over, up and over, and up and over. Those good days turn into weeks. Those weeks turn into months. And the same thing can happen on the downward end, right? You can stack some bad days. I guess you're not stacking them. You're dropping those days. A couple of bad days in a row. Now you've had a bad week. You go into the next week. Now you've had another bad week. Now the whole month has been terrible. Now all of a sudden you just hate this whole season. Oh, I need the spring to come. I need the summer to come. Oh, now this isn't happening. Maybe next year. I need to do this. Right? We can go through these downward spirals in life and these upward spirals in life. And the key thing behind it is, where is your momentum? To get out of that, whoops, my calendar is dropped. I just slammed the table. To get out of that downward spiral for 3 months, it's going to take a lot of work to get back to where you need to be, right? If you're in that upward spiral and you have a crazy momentum, let's say you're going 3 6 months, it's on a run, great run. It's going to take not a lot. It's going to take a lot to stop you, right? You've built up these habits, you've built up this whole cycle. So when you have these bad weekends or weeks or days or whatever it is, where you just kind of feel like shit and you want to mail it in for the day, you have to always have the mindset that you can still go home and you can still win what you need and you can still get things done, right? There's like, hey, what should I do right now? All right, listen, I know I need to work more. Let's just go do 20 more cold calls right now, send those emails I need to do, get that project done. I can still come out of work today with one task accomplished, and then tomorrow I can try and get two, and the next day get three. Or maybe say, hey, listen, I feel bad today. I'm anxious. I'm worried about my future. I can still go to the gym today and get a great workout in. I can come home, eat a good meal, and go to bed. But like, hey, the morning was rough. My boss just yelled at me. I'm pissed at him. He sucks. Listen, I'm not gonna let this day. I'm not gonna let that ruin my day. I'm not gonna mail it in. I'm gonna go work hard this afternoon. I'm gonna go work on those things that they said I should get better at. You can always rebound and never give up on tomorrow, because then tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're gonna have no momentum from the day before. You're gonna wake up that next day and think, oh, today's a new day, but you went to bed in that downward spiral and you lost your momentum. Um, it could even be a 48-hour thing, a 24-hour thing. It really can only be a 1 to 2 day split where like you're just in a rut and then you have to bounce back, because these things stack up in such a bad way. It can be detrimental to people. Um, I've talked about it before, where you see these people who just have insane amounts of energy, who can work out 6 days a week, who can always eat right, who always make the right decisions. It's because they have bad days too. It just looks like that on the outside, right? They have bad days, they have cheat days, they have days where they have to skip a workout. These people will all admit it to you. They are not perfect. But what you see on the outside is just momentum and consistency, right? If they 80% of the time eat a good meal and 20% of the time eat a bad meal, they're probably going to be okay. They're probably still going to be in great shape. We're humans, we're adaptable. If you get at least 5 workouts in a day and you have to skip one here and there, or you only go to the gym for 20 minutes instead of a full hour, you don't feel as good. At least you made it there. At least you started the battle. At least you got something in. That's consistency built up over time. They didn't let themselves have a bad day. Versus people who can't seem to get their shit together, will go to the gym one time, They feel it's super hard. They don't want to go back the next day. Maybe they go to the gym. They feel like, oh yeah, I feel kind of good. And the next day they can't do it again because the day before they went a whole hour and a half, and now even just walking to the gym is scaring them. Right? They haven't built up this mindset where I just need to go and do it. I need to show up. I need to get this thing done. I need to get one thing done today. I need to have one win. I can have 10 losses today, but as long as I have one win, that means tomorrow I can bring that win into tomorrow and then let that drive my day the next day. Let's say I lose again a couple more times. We may only lose 9 times, win 2 more times the next day. Right? You can just drive these little mini wins as long as you need to. And it doesn't have to just be a shitty Monday or a shitty work day. It can be anything in life, right? This can be in your relationships, what you have with your partner. Don't let one small fight just ruin everything going on. Right? You guys can always be in you can always be in a date, you guys get in a fight. Some people let that ruin the whole time, the whole day, the whole trip, the whole night, whatever that is. You can always make it a better date again. You can always make it a better hangout with your friends. You can always make it a better night out trying to talk to guys or girls and meet other people. Right? It's just like, oh, I got rejected by that girl again. Don't let it ruin the whole night. Just go back out and go after it again, right? You can still win the night. You can still go talk to 3 more girls. They'll all deny all of you, and then finally you meet a girl and you take her on a date, right? It's all these things. You're gonna miss these reps in the gym. You can't let the small things hit you down. You have to get some type of positive out of it. You have to have the mindset of winning the day, winning the moment, winning the event, whatever it is, because those small wins add up and they keep you afloat. The worst thing that can happen to people is falling into deep depressions, falling into deep times in their life where nothing is going right. It's because they didn't let themselves win it all. They didn't let these small little wins stack up. These small little things throughout sports games, these small little things throughout your workday, all these little things that people talk about in the gym, your teams, with your boss, with your partners. These small things of, hey, honey, I'm home. Hey, how are you? How are you doing? These small little things, you have to make sure you add them up and throw them in there, even when things are going completely wrong. Because that 24-hour rule lets you snap back and go back in the momentum, back in the consistency, back to day by day, just getting 1% a little bit better versus just getting 1% worse. Right? I think there's a graph. I don't do public math. I don't know the numbers, but compounding, if you get 1% better by every day, you get like 318 times better by the end of the year if you read Atomic Habits. But if you take that 1% and you stay plateau, you get 1% worse. It takes twice as much to get back there or something else. Maybe I'm saying that completely wrong, actually. Don't quote me for it. I just go off the riff in these conversations and really just say what I think. But my main thing is I just had a bad start to the week. Honestly, I went out with my friends. I had a great time. I drank too many beers and I had too good of a time. I was hungover. We've all been hungover. I ate unhealthy after. I got anxious. I got demotivated. I didn't feel good about my job yesterday. And I said, hey, I got to snap out of it. I can't let this lose my week. I can't lose one day right now in my consistency. I got to the gym. I got a workout in. I woke up today. I tried to eat healthier. I got a 5 mile run in today. I'm completely back. I'm fine. I'm normal. I'm super positive about my job. I'm getting work done tonight. I'm gonna have a great rest of the week. I'm gonna relax this weekend. I'm gonna make sure I get a win out of this and not let all that detrimentally put me down. Even yesterday, I think I had a couple bad moments at work. I was stuttering in calls, but I remember at the end of the night, a 9 p.m. call, and I said, "Hey, listen, I'm just going to make sure I get this one done. My boss is going to be on this one. I'm going to crush it. I'm going to lock in. This is going to be one win today." We came out. We had a great business meeting with another company. Hopefully, things will keep moving forward. Right? These are these real life, small little examples that are going to help you keep consistency and keep compounding your life over time. I'm a younger person. Whoever's watching this could be older, younger, middle aged, whatever it is. But you see it throughout people's lives when they didn't stack up these small wins over time, but they didn't play the long game, where they let themselves go, especially as the structure of life gets away from you. You really have to bounce back as quick as you can, because the downward spirals can really take out seasons of your entire life, and you'll wish you have them back. And as long as you stay consistent, I promise you that you're going to get to the goals that you want to get to. You're going to be a magnetic person. People are going to be around. You're going to have the energy that you need in this life, and you're going to end up living a great life. And it's going to be really hard to think like that in the moment when you feel like shit and you just fucked up. But you got to remember that these small wins, consistency, good habits, thinking about yourself, winning the day and bouncing back whenever shit goes wrong is going to be who defines you as a person. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Haven't made a video in a while, so wanted to check back in, make it more like these here. It's getting warm out. Spring's coming. Summer's coming. Let's keep working hard, being consistent. Thank you.